All right, welcome to chapter 4. And this chapter is about discrete random variables. And here are the objectives for our chapter. We're going to be looking at just the first half of the chapter. We are going to not go into some of the more difficult probabilities down here. So we're going to be looking at probability distribution functions, expected values, and then binomial probabilities. All right. So today's topic is about probability distribution function, and it's another lesson that's kind of common sense. It's a table that shows the probabilities, and we have all of our different outcomes down here. So let me skip to the table first, and we'll talk about the properties of it. So we have each event 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have the probability of each event happening, and here they are. So we have the event and the probability. And we notice that the probabilities are all between 0 and 1, obviously, because a probability can't be below 0 and can't be above 1. And the probabilities all add up to 1, because one of these has to happen. So each of these chances together would add up to 1. Or sorry, all of the chances together add up to 1, because we have to end up in one of these spots. And those are the two properties to make a discrete probability distribution. So the probabilities are between 0 and 1, and they add up to 1. So here we have kind of a scenario involving babies sleeping at night, and how many times the baby cries to wake up its mom or dad. Okay, so there we go. That's the first one. Pretty straightforward. All right, a hospital researcher wants to find the number of times the average patient will ring the nurse during a 12-hour shift. 50 patients. So X is the number of times the patient rings the nurse. And there we go. So 0 rings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have our probabilities. To test this, if this is a probability distribution function, we make sure all the probabilities are between 0 and 1. And then we check they add up to 1. And we're done. So this is just an introduction to probability distribution functions. The next chapter, we're going to be using these tables and calculating something that's called the expected value. And I'll talk more about that in the next video.